And we're live, gang. Hey, Jake Roberts here with Ghosts of Bacon. Great to see so many of my friends popping on here. Lots of cool comments coming on. Great to see you guys. Hey, Jeff. uh, so, you know what? I want to do a little bit of housekeeping stuff here at the beginning, if I could. I kind of preface some of my videos this way, and as a disclaimer, if you will. Because I often find myself, as many of you know, every time someone comments on one of my videos, I try to reply. I try to give, especially when people are giving me great feedback. Um, and so I try to be very conscientious about that and acknowledge your comments and replies under my videos on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Now, uh, in that vein, I also always tell people that these videos that I make, these podcasts, mostly it's for the live experience and our live viewers and our interaction. Yes, I do it specifically to promote my books, The Holy Trinity Decryption and the Oak Island Treasure Maps, along with my upcoming book subtitled The Ghosts of Bacon. So that's the whole premise of these and purpose of this podcast and these videos. In no way, shape, or form do I believe that the information I provide here is a be all end all proof of what I've discovered. Okay, it's merely in support of the information I've uncovered and have documented and substantiated in my books with lots of evidence. So I do end up getting a lot of feedback of, well, come on, this is just one example. Yes, it is just one example. What I do is I pull examples from my research, and I then present them, kind of float them out there, sometimes as a preview for this next upcoming book, things of that nature. As I said, I don't put these podcasts and videos out there as some sort of or form of proof of what I'm discovering, what I'm talking about. That being said, I do have a lot of messages regarding Edward de Vere, and my podcast a while back regarding where I said sorry it wasn't de Vere has gotten a huge reaction from the Oxfordians. And so what I want to say to all of you, if you are thinking of and kudos to them. They apparently have the time to sit down and really compose some very lengthy replies and responses to my videos. I'm just going to save you some time, and if you are watching this, please don't do that, because I at this point I'm just going to I don't read them. I just reply and say thank you for watching my video. If I want to do that, I would pull this book off my shelf, and it's called, and this is a really good book, by the way, Shakespeare by Another Name by Mark Anderson. He did a great job writing this book, and he believes that Edward de Vere, Earl of Oxford, was the man who was Shakespeare, is the subtitle. Great book, awesome book cover. I'm a little jealous of the artwork here. So if I want to read all of that evidence, I just pull this book off my shelf and I'll reread it. Okay, so it's not that I'm not aware of the evidence that's out there. So I want to say that as a kind of an idea that I spend a lot of time kind of conversing with people and replying and so on. So people are really spending a great deal of time and effort, putting those ideas out there on my videos, and I just want to save you some time. I'm aware of the information, believe me. I just happen to know that my information is better, so I'll leave it at that. Hey, Daniel, glad you could make it. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Everyone, if you could do the same thing my good friend Jeff Freeman did, hit the like button on my videos. It helps me kind of promote my stuff. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Jeff. Yes. Yeah, Amy, I know. But, the thing is that, and this is why I have this book on my shelf, gang, is like, I like alternative opinions. I like alternative views. They all have something to teach me. I'm open to other pieces of information, even though the premise goes directly against what I believe to be true and know to be true. but that's the whole point of researching, right? Throwing your ideas out there. Now my ideas are out there. I can't, say, well, listen, I've put my premises out there about Bacon writing Shakespeare and all of the messages that he left encrypted in the plaque in Holy Trinity Church in Stratford upon Avon, and say, well, you know, there it is. There's my information, but no one will look at it if I'm not willing to actually look at their evidence. So I can't lament people not bothering to look at my evidence if I'm not willing to look at theirs. So that's what I do. And so, oh, geez, Linda, you just were preaching to the choir here. My friend Linda Simons isn't a part of researching being open to where evidence leads and possibly that's the whole point. I thought, yes, Linda. And so, like I said, I'm open to, looking at other people's evidence for sure. To see, and in fact, that's the whole purpose of research. I agree with you 100%. So tonight, now that that's all kind of, I wanted to put that to rest, and I'll probably be doing little housekeeping things like this every few videos, just so that, like I said, I appreciate people feel very strongly about their positions, but I don't want you wasting your time. A couple of these posts, gang, must have taken a good hour for these folks to compose, and I just I think that's well, lamentable. So I wanted to put that out there. So don't waste your time, kind of hitting your head against the wall, because the whole idea is to, like you said, Linda, follow the clues where they lead you. So to that end, what I'm putting out there this evening is a call to arms once again, to all of you viewers, all of you folks that are here watching live this evening. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. People who are going to be watching this online later, I'm going to throw this out there, and there's going to be a poll on in our Facebook group, the Ghosts of Bacon. And in it, what we're proposing is been talking with, my friends, John Edwards, Will Russell, Jayson Mercer. The four of us, approach this stuff in similar fashions, knowing what we know, but also from different perspectives. And we were kind of kicking it around. We thought it'd be a lot of fun, and it might be enlightening for all of you if we were to take an image, whether it's a page from the 1611 or a frontispiece or an engraving that has all the telltale signs of being produced by the Rosi Crosse, and it live in real time, analyze it in front of you. All four of us coming at it from our different angles, from our different perspectives, and seeing what we can find. And on the fly, basically recognizing that we're not just, placing or imposing our views on what we see in front of us, but instead able to follow the clues where they are and basically corroborate each other's findings in real time. We thought that would be a lot of fun. And in that way, like I said, we're gonna corroborate each other's work, but we're also going to demonstrate to all of the viewers that what we're doing, and again, it's kind of like a high wire act, isn't it? We're throwing ourselves out there, saying, "Let's see what we can find right here in front of you." It could be a great success. It could be a total flop. We can land on our faces. I don't know, but we're willing to try. And so, if anyone has any suggestions of an image that they believe it can be a Renaissance painting, it can be any number of things that you would like us to take a look at, then what we're going to do is take suggestions at Ghosts of Bacon on Facebook. You can also message me through my website. You can send any of us PMs. I'm going to throw that out. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of throwing you out there that you're open to that. But like I said, we have four people here who come at things from a different angle and different perspective, but we keep finding the same information. And so, and from different sources, varying sources. One of the things that was floated out there was George Wither's Book of Emblems. And that would be kind of fun. There are so many of them in that particular publication. Really interesting images. We could dig into that. We have you know, uh, a couple of people have been posting some really cool frontispieces in the Ghosts of Bacon. And so if you have suggestions, gang, we are open to them. And what we'll do is we will pick it not ahead of time where all of a sudden we kind of front load and already do an analysis. We will look at it in real time live and do our analysis while all of you are watching. And we'll see what happens. So, what do you think, peeps? I'm throwing that up there just because I like it, Z. I can't wait to I can't wait to see what that is. And Linda's reaction, exciting. I like it. Mary, thank you. Uh, cool idea. Ray also thinks it's a good idea. That's right, Linda, live without a net. That's what we're doing. Um, and Amy, yeah, that's exactly the whole premise, the whole idea. Oh, Daniel, fantastic. Post in the group or send it our way. I'd love to take a look at it. And here's the thing, gang. One of the things that I do, and I know the other guys do this as well, but we tend to vet the image. So I'd like to look at it and see if it and if you think it fits the criteria, you're probably right, knowing you, Daniel. But I always like to see the signposts of the Rosi Cross for sure. So, but it's not something we can just apply. Uh, to an image that someone sends to us. It has to be something that came from them. And if the signposts are on there, uh, we will definitely take a look. Kat, thank you for the reminder. Um, and here's the problem, gang, is that when even two of us get together and we start bouncing ideas off each other, it just kind of implodes and the information just kind of starts pouring out. Um, happens every time we get together and talk about things. Um, So I will make sure, Kat, that I remind all of us, myself and especially, to kind of pump the brakes and slow down so that we can kind of walk people through that. Thanks, Pen. Um, yeah, Linda, and here's the thing. It's one of those things where the four of us at this point are at John, particularly in the esoteric part of it, the symbolism part. When we see things, we tend to just see it, and we get excited and we start bouncing ideas off. What I will do is make sure that I say, "Hey, fellas, we need to go slowly here and connect the dots for everyone, so everyone can see it." Which could mean, especially if it's the four of us and going after something like this could end up being a pretty long, epic show here. This next one, so yes, please, please, please remind us, Kat. And Linda said it right after you. We'll tell you to slow down. Perfect. Good. Oh gosh, Ray, that's a really good suggestion. Um, it's possible that they have this type of information in it. I haven't analyzed those at all. So this is why I'm doing this show tonight, is for people to be throwing out ideas that we haven't thought of yet. Um, and that way everyone knows that we haven't front loaded this information ahead of time and kind of colluded and said, oh, this is what we're going to do. It's not how we do it. We tend to bounce ideas off each other, and then when we see things, we just build on it and follow the clues where they lead us. So great thoughts, people. Well, I wouldn't have used that term at all, Kat, for sure. But we do need someone to tell us to pump the brakes for sure. Oh, come on, ladies. Crone is not the word I would use for sure. So, like I said, there are images out there. Anything that has to do with in the period of time between the late 1500s and mid 1600s. If there's an image that mentions cryptology, for example, specifically, um, astronomy, um, and any image that looks kind of intriguing to you, you can kind of throw it out there, and we can make sure it has all of the signposts on it, the Rosi Cross, and we'll go to work on it. So what we'll do is, okay, biddies, Jan, still, I don't know. Okay, Linda. Like I said, gang, tonight was, designed to be a very quick and, painless one. Um, so put on your thinking caps, be looking this week in the group that goes to bacon. If you're not a member, please, join. It's open enrollment. If you have trouble, I will, pull you in, directly. And, um, we'll have some polls running there, once we start getting some suggestions to see what, image is going to come to the fore. So, well, Z, that's probably, um, hopefully, if we have, you know, uh, one of us at any given time making sure we're watching the chat. But that, like you said, once we get going, usually we kind of lose track of what's going on around us. Maybe we'll pull you in, and you can be our breaks. All right, a lot of stuff going out of the chat that I'm probably not going to put up on screen, but it's really funny. Yeah, Amy. That's maybe that's exactly what I was just kind of saying because, like Z was saying, if when once the four of us get going on something, we kind of like have tunnel vision. Hey, Patty, cute pick. Of course, we're a little biased. Yeah, Jan, maybe a chat minder for sure. We could do that. All right, people. Like I said, short and sweet this evening, but I really want you to put on your thinking caps and be uh, kind of looking for these kinds of things that you think would be interesting for us to take a look at and see if there's something there. And like I said, we will make sure that we have the signposts because remember, when it comes to these kinds of decryptions, that context is everything, right? If there's no reason to look for a Baconian cipher, then there's no reason to apply these rules to these images. But if we have a clue or a hint, if it's someone, if it was produced or attributed to someone within Bacon's circle, chances are it's a candidate. Uh-oh. Are you telling me I should put Penny and Patty in charge of the chat? I don't know about that. Yes, Kat, that would be in 2 weeks from tonight. And that is, according to availability of all four of us. I plan on being available in 2 weeks from today, and so I ran it by the guys, and they seem to be up for it. Hopefully, we can coordinate that. Well, Linda, that I would love to old maps or anything to do with Nova Scotia or Atlantic Canadian exploration, but that's just me. Um, I would that happens to be one of my favorite areas as well. Um, and so the problem is I've already looked at a lot of those, and it might be a little unfair. Um, yep, yep. Okay, great thoughts, people. So like I said, be on the lookout, see what you can come up with, and please pass along the word if uh, not a real big turnout here live. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Great question. The four of us who will be doing a live decryption. Um, we plan on it being John Edwards, Will Russell, Jayson Mercer, and myself. These are the other three main people who have climbed on board this crazy line of research and have been finding corroborating evidence ever since from different sources. So we thought it'd be a lot of fun for the four of us just to kind of jump onto something and do it all live. So anything else? All right, gang, great stuff. Um, So I'll be on the lookout for your suggestions in the Ghosts of Bacon, in your messages. And until next time, we're going to be putting this together. There will be, keep your eye out for uh, different polls and so on appearing in the Ghosts of Bacon. I kind of want to turn this into a real audience participation thing. So, like I said, this week it's a real quick pop on, and I didn't do a lot of promotion for tonight's podcast. So, we only have not about half as many live viewers as we usually have. So if you could, please share this. See what folks we can get involved, and like I said, should be a lot of fun. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that very much. Jan, this is hilarious. Four monuments in the different cities on the route from Nova Scotia that tie into each other. That would be probably a couple of podcasts, I think. I don't know if I'd call us that, Daniel. All right, gang. Oh, my sisters, love you guys too. And until next time, everybody, be cool with each other and treat people well. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks, and we'll see what this turns into. Should be fun. See you soon.